Well, we'll have to see if they hack through Verizon and stuff. Yeah. So, well, and currently they were hacking through my Wi-Fi here through Charter Spectrum. So I switched to my Verizon hotspot. We'll see if that makes any difference with their harassment methods. So the hand signal stuff. Essentially, the second messaging, it's like gangs. I mean, it's a gang. And so they have hand signals. This L stuff represents, in ways it might have reference back to an older, like, Department of Defense L clearance. In my research of QAnon, I noticed that there were sheriffs that when like a president would come in, would get a Q clearance, and that my father had a Q clearance for DOE, and that the lesser clearance under that was an L clearance. More than likely, these people probably stem from an older inclusion into a clearance system. That's probably where this type of stuff probably represents having the sheriff's department's clearance inclusion in Department of Defense or DOE. Or, yeah, basically. A lot of what that stuff operates around is George Bush Sr.'s skull version, Yale skull version of building a CIA that he started in the 1970s, right after the outing of the MK Ultra project when he took over for the CIA. And that is the beginnings of things like Q and L. And that in ways it's based around I call it Team Run Petabay. And it's based around a Cold War idea about blackmailing into clearance. Essentially, the more horrible blackmail you did, the lower the clearance you would have. And this, I think, is probably the lowest clearance. And that the Q clearance technically is the highest clearance. And that, this is where being a child of somebody that had a Q clearance as a child, that's where I figure, I know certain stuff. Okay? One of the things about people doing stupid cop pedophilia is that those people essentially sometimes get access to the clearance system, and that then when they use stupid little pedophile hackers to be getting the secrets and to be selling them for money for fuck trucks and stuff, then that's when little cop gangs, they do information espionage. And that the whole idea is that around here the cop gangs were working with an FBI agent in a Mormon temple to be pulling out archives out of the Q clearance here at the Manhattan Project's Hanford site. And so with that stuff ceases to become clearance information right when it passes over a veil of being in the dumb hackers world. And that if you've ever seen WikiLeaks and stuff like that, you might notice that information that's in WikiLeaks is not a clearance database, and that based on my ability to pretty much know most things for being a genius, being able to figure out most things that simpleton dumb pedobears come up with, That's what gives me the unique ability of doing certain stuff. Okay? So just because you people think that it's like difficult to understand, you guys don't like your little pedophile fucking messaging shit. Or you guys see George Bush, fucking Ronald Reagan, Cold War, fucking pedo bang, fucking messaging shit to be understood. I don't really care. I'm a man. And you people are probably supposed to adhere to some like, and that's where a man. That's where a man gets in the way. That's what that'll be one of their bigger problems in Cop Gang, is that if they're still operating under the theoretics of Skull CIA pedo bang, then that essentially is where a man is Lord. And that these are some of the things that I know. I know what it means to be a man in a clearance system. My father is a man that in the past he was in a Q clearance system. And I know what that means. I know what that means. It's kind of like a man in a Mason lodge, where everybody else is usually blackmailed as a pedo toucher or something, and then a man isn't. And then everybody else is lesser. And so that's theoretically this type of stuff. And that since a lot of times people don't realize that some of these clandestine outside groups that, you know, if you're on a DOD base, L, if you did a pedo touch, you'd probably get an L. But see, like, the clandestine outside world of that clearance shit, the L, since they weren't on a DOE or DOD site, would have been in the clandestine way acquired by doing a really extreme blackmail and then running a cop style gang or an integrated societal gang that attempts to infiltrate war on drugs and Russian KGB, child trafficking, heroin trafficking, by switch it, bitch it. So, the whole idea is that I don't really care if people want this stuff to not be understood. Like I said, I just don't care. That's their opinion. And I'll just use my own. See, one of the things about being a citizen of the United States is that free press and free speech are my afforded rights. So, what you people want, your guys' little pissiness, I'm completely following laws. And that your guys' cop fucking stupid integrated cross network, cross Craigslist, butthole, cross list across the United States, your guys' integrated cop mafia network. I don't really care what your guys' pissy bitch shit is. Okay? You people, I'm following laws, and you're breaking laws at me. It's kind of bitch brain, fucking pedo touch fucking theories that you people use. Do you guys want me to commit crimes to switch your Richmond? I just won't. And then I'll man up. And then you guys will want me to commit crimes to switchy bitch me. And then, see, if I started doing crimes, then they would stop doing crimes. And then I'll just keep following the law. And you guys will keep committing crimes. And then I'll just keep following the law.